The invention of money changed the entire course of history. Today, money is one of the most important elements of human life. Yet nearly 2,500 years ago, a system created simply to make trade easier suddenly became the essential tool needed to build an empire. The Persians conquered Lydia, seized the world's first coins, stamped their own mark on them, and built one of the greatest empires the world had ever seen. In the 7th century BC, Anatolia and Mesopotamia were home to the Medes, Babylonians, Assyrians, and in the west, the Lydians. The Persians, on the other hand, were a small principality living under the Medes and paying them taxes. The journey from a tax-paying tribe to a rising superpower began when Cyrus II took the throne, and the destiny of the Persians changed entirely through the vision of one ruler. Cyrus II had the foresight and ambition to elevate the Persians to great power. In 550 BC, he launched a revolt against the Medes. This was not just a military victory. It meant taking control of the entire Median Empire. The Persians no longer paid taxes, they collected them. But Cyrus did not stop there. The new economic system flourishing in Lydia pushed him westward. In western Anatolia, the kingdom of Lydia invented electrum, the world's first known coin. This new currency created an economic system accepted by everyone. Its fixed value and reliability made trade easier and brought wealth to Lydia along major trade routes. Naturally, this made Lydia an attractive target for Persia. Cyrus marched west with a powerful army, fought King Croesus repeatedly, and eventually conquered Lydia. This conquest became a turning point that changed the economic history of the world. With electrum under their control, the Persians were no longer just a military force. They were becoming an economic giant. Cyrus took the Lydians' electrum and minted one of the most secure gold coins of the era, the daric. Unlike electrum, the daric had a standardized weight and high purity, featuring an image of the Persian king in a battle stance. It became the single unified currency used throughout the empire. This was not just money, it was the seal of the emperor. The Persians established one of the first economic integration systems in history, managing taxes, soldiers' wages, and trade through one currency. Babylon was one of the great capitals of science, culture, commerce, and wealth. In 539 BC, the Persian army reached the gates of Babylon and captured the city without a battle. This victory opened the fertile lands of Mesopotamia to Persian control. They seized one of the most important trade centers of the ancient world and rose to the level of a global empire. After Cyrus, his son Cambyses turned his attention to Egypt, a land enriched by the Nile and positioned on key Mediterranean trade routes. In 525 BC, Egypt was absorbed into the Persian Empire. With this conquest, Persia became a vast power stretching from Western Europe to the Middle East and deep into India. The Persians now held influence across 3 continents, taking one more step toward becoming the world's first superpower. Thanks to the daric system, the Persians were able to pay their soldiers regularly and maintain an army ready for war at all times. Grand infrastructure projects such as the Royal Road were built, and the entire empire operated under a unified tax system. This economic model made Persia one of the first political structures in history to use money as a true instrument of power. Within a century, the Persians transformed a small principality into the world's first economic and political superpower, all by mastering and developing the Lydian invention of money. And the strongest weapon of the Persian Empire was gold. Do you think money brought humanity its greatest power or its greatest conflict?